So two videos actually. Okay, good. So let me show you this. All right, so this is a robot by Tesla. Some of you may know Tesla. How many of you know Tesla, yeah? No Tesla, good. So, sorry, there's a lot of noise. Who are those doing the talking? Is those up? I want silence in class, okay? If you're still talking, you're doing something wrong. And I may have to tell you to excuse us. Make sure you're not talking here, okay? All right, so let's get started. Okay, so this was 2022, right? A version of the Optimus called the Gen 1 came out in 2023. It's not as clear as I would want it, but you can see it. Now, this video is a video of a robot that already exists. It's not something they're trying to create, something that already exists right now. Of course, powered by AI, but they're just trying to show you the features of this robot as it currently exists. Now, this level of motion for a robot is something that was not possible before. The ability to walk, to do all these type of things as a robot wasn't possible at a point. Why? Because the AI that was needed, the intelligence that was needed for computers to be able to carry out this type of movements did not exist, right? But because of how far AI has come right now, we're able to do something like this, right? Are you seeing what this robot is doing? Actual walkout-like motions. And this is just one, right? This is a faster model. It's able to have literally all forms of motion. Can you see that it's able to hold an actual egg without breaking it? That's a lot of precision. There are some of you that will break that egg even, but a robot is holding it very well, right? So this is what robots can do. And let's look at this live in action. Let me show you a video that shows this live in action. So this is an actual video. This is an actual video of these robots literally helping out with shopping. Right? So robots can literally carry things, move around, pick up things, and as much as possible, you're literally able to, they're literally able to do this. So this is something that is already happening. By the time you're leaving, secondary school, high school, by the time you're going to the university and coming out to want to enter the labor force, if we already have this right now, imagine what would exist by that time. Do you understand me? So that's why when you're learning this thing, you should learn it with the mindset that, see, these are things that will be relevant in the nearest future. So today we'll be looking at a very important topic, which is content creation using AI. Content creation using AI. You can write that down. Content creation using AI. Yesterday, sorry, is there a reason why there are people up? Can I know why there are people up? Can they come down? If you're up, can you come down? Because I'm hearing voices and I'm not seeing people down talking. So I'm assuming it's those that are up. If you're up, can we clear the gallery, please? Can we clear that gallery completely? Everybody up, come down. Everybody up. Everybody up, come down or leave the hall. Because you can't be talking and distracting people that are here to learn. I just showed you how the world is advancing. And we're trying to give you a head start. Everybody up. I don't want to see a single person up. If you're in the gallery, come down. If you're in the gallery, come down. Nobody should be up. Is that person hearing me? If you're in the gallery, come down now. what we are doing is very serious. The world is moving fast. And, thankfully, your school has given you this opportunity to learn these skills now that it's still early. You have to take it seriously. All right? That would mean that we can't condone people making noise. It's not right, okay? Because when you make noise, you're not just distracting yourself, you're distracting someone else that is here ready to learn. All right? So make sure you're not making noise, okay? Let's continue. So, content creation using AI. Now, these are the things we'll be learning today. First, you'll be learning what content is. That's number one. What content is. Number two, you'll be learning the types of content. Types of content. Number two, you'll be learning the types of content. Number three, you'll be learning how to create text content. Now, it will be, if you know you're going to be noisy in this hall, it will be even better you're not here, because if I do see you making noise, that will not be good for you at all today. All right? Because we need to be very serious with what you're learning. How to create text content. Number four, how to create picture or image content. Picture or image content. I'll be showing you all these things practically. How to create picture or image content. Then how to create video content. Video content. These are the things you'll be learning today. And yes, it will be an interesting class. You'll see how AI is creating things live for you. So let us get started with what content is. All right, so let's take this together. Let's take this together. One to go. One more time. Look at the person by your side and tell the person this thing. Tell the person, don't distract me. What did the person say? Okay. All right, so don't distract yourselves. All right, let's get started. So what exactly is content? Content is anything you create to inform people about something, to inspire them to maybe take an action or something of that nature, or to entertain them. So if you create something, either you take a picture, you take a selfie, you write a text, you do a video, anything at all that you create that gives people some sort of information that inspires them, makes them want to do something, makes them feel motivated to do something, either to buy your product, to subscribe to your YouTube channel if you have a channel here, or to entertain them, to make them laugh, feel happy. Anything of that nature is content, right? And provided you have a smartphone right now and you use the internet, once you log into any of your social media handles, anyone at all, the things you see every single day is content. The text, videos, every single one of them, it is completely content. That's what content is. Anything you create to inform, inspire, or entertain others. That's content. Now, let's look at an example, right? There are a lot of creators around, right? And this is what, how many of you know this person? How many of you? Okay, quite a number of you, good. So there are a number of people that create content online, and I know a lot of you have like favorite content creators, and I'll come to that very soon. But every content creator, everybody that creates content online creates different types of content And because of what they put out there, some of you know them, some of you like them, some of you trust them. All right, I'll take some examples of content creators from you just to make this very contextual. So I'll give some of you the mic, right? I want to know who your favorite content creator or influencer is and why do you like the person? Just anybody. Your hands are already coming. Let me start from this place and then I'll come this way. All right, so let me start with you there and then I'll come back this way. So what's your name? Let me give you the mic. Can I get a second mic, please?
My name is Aliyah Rahim.
Yes.
Aliyah Rahim.
Aliyah, okay. Aliyah right now.
My favorite influencer is Priscilla because of the way she dresses and the way she behaves online.
Priscilla.
Yeah.
Priscilla, because of the way she dresses and behaves, right? All right, so Aliyah says her favorite influencer is Priscilla because of the way she dresses and behaves online. Okay, let me go a bit this way. So let me have you, yes?
Judosi. Jomiloju. Jomiloju. Judosi. Because of his animation is really funny.
Because of his what?
Animation is really funny.
Animations. Because of animations, right? He does the animations. All right, good. Some of you know the person he called, right? You can see I don't even know the person, but let me go this way a bit. What's your name?
My name is Timlane. My favorite content creator is The Only Shady. The Only Shady, he plays Warzone and he's yes. Yes. The Only Shady. Shady. What the Only Shady on YouTube? Shady on The Only Shady. The Only Shady, not Sheila. Mia Khalifa. DY. Mia Khalifa.
All right, who's the next person? Someone here was you. Okay, who's the favorite influencer? All right, I'm still coming this way. They are part of the back soon. I'll take a few photos. All right, I'm coming to the back, so let me hear you. This person, 1 million subscribers. Interested. Okay, good. What's yours? Let me see.
My name is Ellen.
Your name is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Stephanie Sue.
Stephanie who?
Stephanie Sue.
Stephanie.
Yeah, she's a Sue, like SOO. She's on YouTube and I think she's on TikTok also. She's also on Instagram. I like her content because it's related to true crime and like true crime.
True crime.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So she likes the person because it's related to true crime. I was curious about this person's person because of he's a gamer. This is like a gamer that just literally plays games, right? Okay. Awesome. Let me take you. Okay. Who's your favorite? What's your name?
My name is Adeze. My favorite content creator is Zane Saya. Zane Saya.
Sensaya.
Yeah, YouTube. No, Zeyn. Zeynsye. She uses her drawings to make stories. Yes, she draws the characters. Yes.
back a bit. I'll come back to the front. Okay, so let me hear from you. Yes. You did? All right, let me have you. We'll come back to you.
My name is Zainab Dikula, and my favorite content creator is Daman.
That's mine.
Daman
What platform?
on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Daman.
Yes.
What's your name? Zainab, right? So Zainab says her favorite creator is Daman on Facebook. What does he create? Morals. How many of you know Daman? Anybody, you know him? Daman. Okay. All right. Let me go backwards a bit. Does you want to come to? Okay.
My favorite content. My name is Chawa Victor. My name is Chawa Victor. My favorite content creator is Judosi. Judosi.
Should see?
Yes.
That's
Sir.
the same person that the other person mentioned. What does the person create?
I said,
What type of content does he create? Anime, right?
yes, sir.
Anime. All right. What platform? What platform? TikTok and YouTube. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me hear from you. Just a few more people. What's your name?
My name is Akpoguma. Akpoguma Dominion.
What's your name?
Dominion.
Okay. What's your favorite influencer?
Broken
Okay. What type of content does he create?
is a gamer.
Say?
Gamer.
The gamer too.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Now let's do something, right? Okay, let me take from this angle. Was there someone raising up their hand from the other side? Let me have you. I'm coming. You answer another question, don't worry. You will. You will. Let me take from this angle. I want to take from different parts of the hall. So let me hear from you.
My favorite content creator is Boss Chick Oge. Yeah, Boss Chick Oge. Yes, she's a TikToker. She dances, then she does get ready with me. Then she dresses well. That's what I like about her. Yes.
All right, thank you. Let me have you.
My name is Joy, and my favorite content creator is Ray Williams Johnson, and he uses Ray Williams Johnson, and he uses AI generated videos to say true crime stories about the past. Yes, he's on YouTube and TikTok, and he also does on the side. He used to do cartoon on the side.
That's why a lot of you like true crime stories. I don't know why. But now I want you to do this activity because we'll need it for something. On your writing material, right? If you have a favorite creator, I want you to write the person's name on your book. There's a reason why we're doing this. I'll tell you why soon. So, who is your favorite creator? Just answer this question. Let me open that slide again. Give me a second. So I want you to answer this question in your book. All right, so have you written that down? Who is your favorite content creator and why? So I want you to answer this based on the type of content that they create. What type of content? Why do you like their content? Just write out one reason, just one reason why you think you like this person's content. Okay? So write down one reason why you like this person's content. But it's time to write, not to talk. One reason why you like this person's content. Have you written that down? Sorry, what's happening there? Okay, so write your favorite content creator and why. Now, if there is anything at all that you're able to think, whatsoever it is, right? If there's something you're able to think about, AI can help you create it. That's how interesting it is. Once you're able to think about something artificial intelligence is able to help you create it. And you see it happen in this class because we'll be doing it practically, all right? We're practicalizing how to create content. The same way you have, people that are creating content all over the place and you like them because of how they create their content, what they're doing. That's the same way that you yourself will learn how to create content once you can think it. So let's look at some types of content. Do we know what content is now? You understand the definition of content, right? Do you understand the definition of content? Are you sure? All right, good. Now let's look at some types of content. Types of content. The first type of content we'll be looking at is text content. So under types of content, number one is text content. You can write that down. Text content. Text content. Text content is the first one. And what is text content? Text content is simply content that is in written form. Any content at all that is in written form is text content. So when you go on platforms like Facebook or the caption part of Instagram, those things you see there that is in written form is text. So that is text content. The first type of content, content that is in written form. Content that is in written form. That's text content. So some examples are captions for pictures, for videos. So almost every picture or video that is posted online, a lot of times there's a caption for it. So if you put a caption, that caption is text. Scripts, for example, scripts are text content. Headlines are text content. Product descriptions are text content. So captions, scripts, headlines, product descriptions, these are examples of text content. So if you go to a platform like Instagram, for example, and you see a picture, and you scroll down and you see the caption under of it, that caption is a text content. So how exactly do you create this? I know I've talked about the format of a typical prompt. Remember what a prompt is, right? Prompt is what you use to talk to AI. So once we are talking about AI, you'll be dealing with a lot of prompts because you need to talk to the platform, right? So you'll be dealing with prompts. Now, these are some elements that can be in a prompt if you're creating text content. Now, not all of them needs to be in a prompt. Are you hearing me? Not everything here needs to be in a prompt, but some of them can be in a prompt for you to create a good text content. What's the first element there? Target audience. What does it mean? So that text content you're about to create, ask yourself, who am I writing this for? The text content can be an email, it can be a post, it can be an advertising material, but who am I creating that text content for? That is something you can add in your context. You know, when we talked about prompts, we said that there are 3 parts of every prompt. What was the first part we said? Do you remember? Instruction, right? What was the second part? What was the second part? What was the last part? Format. So you see that context part, that middle part that has details. Details for AI to understand what you're trying to write. That context part can have any of these things, as many of it as possible. So it can have the target audience, who you are writing that text content for. Okay? For example, your target audience can be, I'm writing this text content for teenagers. I'm writing it for teachers. I'm writing it for parents. Or I'm writing it for people in government. So I'm writing it for business owners or career professionals. You have to be, as much as possible, clear about who you're writing the text content for. That's the target audience. What's the second element there? What's the second element there? Tone of voice. What does it mean? How do you want your content to sound? Do you want it to be professional? Do you want it to be to be fun? Do you want it to sound serious? Do you want it to sound inspirational? How would you want this content to sound? You can specify and say that, okay, I want this content you're creating to sound fun. I want it to sound exciting, right? I want it to sound professional or inspirational. You can specify under your context how exactly you want your content, your text content to sound. That's the second element, still under context, all right? The third element is what? What's the third element there? What's the meaning of purpose? What's the goal? What are you trying to achieve with this text content? See, when you are able to put these things together, the way your text content, the results you get from AI will be much higher quality. Why? Because you have specified these things. The goal, are you trying to sell something? Are you trying to inform them about something? Are you trying to entertain them? Are you trying to make them happy? That's the third one. And the last element for text content is what? Occasion or setting. What does it mean? So this content you're about to create, what is happening? What's happening right now? What's the occasion? Right? What's the moment that you're creating it for? Is it for maybe a holiday season? Is it for example, a school fair? What exactly is the reason why, or what's the moment, the period of time that you're creating that text content for? And I'll show you this practically so you can understand. And I'll also allow you to create a prompt, and that's why you have to learn very well. You'll create a prompt. Now, remember yesterday, we started looking at marketing, and I have a list of some of you that wanted to present something yesterday. I still have that list with me. If you had maybe a partner and both of you worked on something, maybe a particular product or service or something of that nature, you are going to create a prompt that is you writing a text content for that product, for that service, or for whatever it is that you created yesterday. So if, for example, your product yesterday was, mine was a peanut, for example, right? I can create an example around that peanut. How? I want to create a text content selling this peanut. And I will create a prompt around that. Let me look at this practically for you. So if you look at this example. Let's read it together. So you can read this. Read it without what is in brackets. Do you understand me? Read it without what is in bracket. Are you ready? All right, so let's read. 1, 2, go. All right, so as you can see, there are a number of elements we talked about here already. There's the moment. The moment here is what? During break time, right? That's like a moment. What's the target audience here? Who are we writing it for? Secondary school students. Okay, that's the people that we're writing it for. The instruction is there. The Instagram caption is what we are trying to write. What's the tone of voice we are trying to create? Funny, right? We want it to be funny. So if I create something like this, I'm going to just copy this, right? If I copy this and put it in a tool, let me use another tool today. Don't worry, I'll give you a list of tools, but let me use a second tool today. So if I put it in a tool like Claude, this tool is called Claude. Don't worry, I'll give you a list of tools. So if I paste this here, let me remove this brackets. We don't need the brackets when you are trying to prompt. Okay, the bracket is just for explanation. Let me increase the number of sentences to 5, for example, or just 3. 3 sentences. And let's allow AI to create this. Let me zoom in a bit. So, all right, so let me zoom this in so you can read it out, what AI just created. It's AI that created it, right? Not you. Okay? Are you ready to read? All right, 1, 2, go. So, is this not a funny post? It is, right? Why did he make it funny? Because you asked for that tone of voice. Do you understand what's happening now? So, if you can add more context to your text prompts, if you can tell AI the tone you want it to use. If I change, let me show you how interesting this is. If I change just one thing here, this same prompt, if I copy the same prompt and put it back here, but I change funny to, for example, serious or professional, or if I just put professional here, right, and I send this again out, okay, let's allow this to come up a bit. Okay, so there are two possibilities, yes. Either it is still thinking or network is bad, one of them. Because it's supposed to be faster than this. All right, so we're going to give it. Okay, so now it is thinking. Okay, so now we're going to read this one. It's not as exciting as the last one, but let's read it. 1, 2, go. Now, let me ask you a question. Between the first one and the second one, which one will make you want to buy? The first one, right? Can you see why knowing your target audience is very important when you want to create something with AI? Do you understand it practically now? So when you know your target audience, you will know what tone to use. If you are trying to create something for students, fun students, people that like to enjoy themselves, right? You won't use this type of tone. This is almost like you're writing a formal letter, right? Not that you're trying to sell something. So you won't use this type of tone when you're trying to write. And if you don't tell AI the tone to use, AI can use any tone at all. That's why it's important that maybe you start by thinking, okay, who am I writing this to? That's why one of the things we talked about when we're trying to look at text content here was the target audience. Who are you talking to? If you're trying to talk to teachers, if the people you're trying to talk to are teachers, you will not use, you may not really use that whole fun tone and things like that. No. You may use something more serious, something more professional. But if you're trying to talk to your fellow students, if your target audience, the people that want to buy from you are your fellow students, then you can use a fun tone so that it's more exciting. People are able to relate with you more. Do you understand how to create text content now? Do you understand how to create text content? All right, we're going to do something very quickly. I'm looking at my time. In like 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes max, I want you to go back to what you created yesterday. Whatever you created a marketing strategy for yesterday. Do you remember what you created a marketing strategy for yesterday? You do, right? Now, assume you want to create a text content for that product or that service or your personal brand, anyone you did for. I want you to come up with a simple prompt. I'm going to display my prompt example here, but you don't have to create something like this. Come up with a simple prompt that has an instruction, that has at least 1 or 2 of these other elements here, and that has a format. All right, so let's do that. So in your books, whatever it is you created a marketing strategy for yesterday, I want you to write in your book, come up with a prompt. Sorry, give me a second. Come up with a prompt for a text content. A prompt for a text content. Let me take the question again. So yesterday, you created a marketing strategy for something, either a product or a service or a personal brand, something. Whatsoever it is you created a marketing strategy for yesterday, I want you to come up with a prompt, that's an instruction, for a text content about that thing. All right? Are we doing that? So your prompt should have an instruction and at least one. It doesn't have to have all of them, but it has to have at least one or two of these things here, all right? It doesn't have to have everything here, but let it have at least one. Maybe it should have the target audience. Maybe it should have the tone of voice, but it should have at least one of these things. Are we doing that? Is there somebody that is done? You are done? Did you write it down? No, I want it written down. You've written it down? All right, come to the stage. Let me see what you wrote. Okay. All right, good. So you can read it out. What's the name?
My name is Treasure.
Okay. You can read it out.
Write a fun, interesting caption for a comic book series, targeting comic lovers around the world in 5 sentences for leisure time.
For leisure time. Okay, so I really like this. It says write a fun, interesting caption. Of course, the fun is the tone for a comic book series, targeting comic lovers around the world. That means the target audience is there already. In 5 sentences, that's the format. For leisure time, that's the moment or the purpose. So this is a very, very comprehensive prompt for a text content. Do you want to test your prompts? Should we test it? All right, so I'm going to write this prompt now for our AI tool. You can be creating yours. Let me see. So let me just open another tool here. Let me open a tool called DeepSeek. I will give you a list of tools. I'm just trying to use different tools so I can know that there is more than one AI tool, okay? So this tool is called DeepSeek. DeepSeek. That's the name of the tool I'm about to use now. The tool is still opening up for me. Hold on. Okay, so let's use all right. So I'm going to write out this prompt. Okay, good. So this was his prompt, and we're going to send it out and see the results. Let me change this. Let me change the theme to lights. So can you see how? Maybe I should show you a bit about how AI thinks, right? Can you see this thoughts for 11 seconds? So let me read the thinking. Can you see this? It said, are you posting it from there? Not really. Hold on. Okay. The thinking is not clear. It's fine. I don't know why it's not showing the thinking. I'm just going to copy. Let me copy the thinking and paste it somewhere so you can see. Because I want to show you how AI thinks about prompts. Let me show you this very quickly. Would you like to see how AI thinks? All right, so I'm just going to copy this and paste it somewhere. I'm seeing it here, but it's not showing on the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'll paste it here so that I can zoom it in. Let me make it the color to be black. Text color black. Okay, good. Let me zoom in for you. Pages format, font size, 40, no, that's too big, 30. All right, so let me make it even smaller, just by 1. So I'm just going to read the thinking process. I copied this from AI. This was the thought process that happened for 11 seconds. It says, okay, our comic lovers. They specified 5 sentences for leisure time reading. You can go and sit down. fun and interesting are subjective, but for comic fans, I should tap into universal joys, collecting, nostalgia, epic battles, and that unique comic smell. The user did not mention the tone, but leisure time suggests playful rather than serious. Noticing they are addressing fans worldwide, so avoid niche references. Maybe emphasize shared experiences like panel gazing or splash page trails. Also, comic book series implies ongoing stories, so the caption should hint at serialized excitement. That's a series. So all these things are what AI is doing, right? AI is just busy thinking this, and at the end of this entire thinking process, it then comes up with what you're seeing here as a result, right? Here are the 5. This is not very clear. It's not very clear, but the first one here is the 5 captions are: first one, escape velocity achieved. Dive panels first into a universe where every splash page hits harder than a cosmic uppercut. It's just a lot of responses, 5 responses that are captions for a global comic book series, perfect for leisure time. Right, this is it's not showing very clearly. Maybe I'll use it on that tool next time. But this is an example of how, with just one prompt, like what he did, you are able to create something that is very relatable to your, whatever it is, was a product or service or personal brand that you worked on the last time. We're going to take, we'll take you, come, one more person, and let me see. So let me see what you wrote. Come with your book. You wrote one. Next question. Let me see. What did you write? Okay. So write a, you can read it out.
Write a serious or professional caption for a new cloud storage service provider targeting IT executives in 3 sentences.
So he's targeting IT executives and he's trying to write something that is serious for them for a cloud storage service provider. Let me see if I can quickly pull that up here. For you, let me use ChatGPT, which is another tool. I'm going to change this to, let me change it to white so that it's more visible. Black is good. Let me see. All right, so let me write that out. Write a what? All right. So this is his prompts. Let's put it out there. Can you see this? So 3 sentences. This is sentence 1, this is sentence 2, this is sentence 3. So it stuck to your 3 sentences and it has brought out a simple caption for a new storage service provider. Data management with our next generation cloud storage solution, engineered for performance, scalability, and security. You can see how serious it's sounding. That's because in the prompt, you have specified that you want the post or the caption to be what? Serious. All right, so do you now understand how to create text prompts? Do you understand it? I know a lot of you want to come and share your prompts, and I'm happy about that. That means you're learning very well. All right, but because of time, we can take only a few. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one. Now that you know how to create text content, by the way, it doesn't always have to be captioned. Let me take note of this. It doesn't have to be captioned. It can be write a post. It can be write, anything at all. It can be write an article. It can be write a blog post. It can be write a summary. Do you understand what I just said? It doesn't always have to be what? Are you with me? It doesn't always have to be what? It doesn't always have to be captioned. You can write anything at all. You can tell you to write a post, write a summary, write a blog post, write a letter. It can be a letter. right? And if you're writing a letter, of course, you won't say to write it in 5 sentences, right? Allow you to write it maybe as a professional letter or as an informal letter. All right, good. Now, the second type of content, what's the second type of content on the screen? Image content. Image content is the second type of content. Image content. Image content. Image content is the second type of content. Okay, so that image, the ones you see, it can be these are some. All right, it can look futuristic. That's the next way to be arranged. Is that clear enough? You can tell AI exactly how you want the things that are in your picture. If you have a picture that there are 3 people, maybe a teacher and a student, where do you want the student to be? Do you want the student to be sitting down, sitting down in front of the teacher? Do you want the student to be by the side of the teacher? How do you want the people or the things in the picture to be arranged? That's what composition is. And some examples are, you can want the picture to be like a portrait picture. Most times portrait pictures have a blurry background, right? That's an example. It can be centered. Centered means that you want the elements to be at the middle, all right? You want the elements to be at the middle. That means you want it to be centered. That's what centered means. If you want it to be by the side, you can specify that too. Really important. What's the third element here? Background or what? What's the third element? Are people writing? All right. What is the third element? Background or what? Good. What does it mean? Where it is happening. So this picture that you're trying to create, where is it happening? For example, if you want to create a studio type of picture, you can say that it should have a plain background like it is in most studios. How many of you have done a studio picture before here? You've gone to a studio picture. So what's the background like? It's always plain, right? Most times it's a plain background. So if you want to create a studio type of picture, you can say it should have a plain background. If you want to create a picture in some sort of, or an image in a school like this, you can say it should have a school desk, a market, an Instagram layout. You can specify what type of background you want your picture to have. That is the third element, the background or scene. What's the fourth element there? Subject or what? Subject details, not subject details. Subject details. Subject details are who is in the picture or the image. What is in the picture? So subject can be a person, it can be a thing, it can be an animal, it can be anything at all. And it can be both a person, an animal, and a thing. It can be everything put together. So subject is who or what is in the image. For example, of a subject is a student holding peanuts with a smiling face. That's a subject. So you have to describe your subject fully. What is your subject doing? All right? What's that activity that your subject is doing at this time? You have to describe your subject as fully as possible. What's the last one there? Vibe or what? So what should the picture feel like? Do you want the picture to feel exciting, energetic, youthful, calm? What do you want the image to feel like? These are the elements that you can use to create a good image for yourself. A good image for yourself using AI. All right? And we're going to look at this practically. Let me give you a practical example. So this is an example. Let us read out this example. 1, 2, go. All right, so let us try this out. Are you ready to see what will come out of this? I'm going to copy this here. I'll take it to a tool called ChatGPT. Let me use this. So I'm going to create this. I'm going to put this here. All right, so let me zoom a bit because I can see there's a bit Where's my Zoom? Okay, this is the application, so it's a little bit. All right, so it's currently loading. What you can see there is getting started. So it's literally trying to put this image together. It is currently creating the image. Let's just give it a little bit of time. Now, text content creation is the fastest, right? Image content creation takes a little bit of time, more than text. But video content creation takes the highest amount of time. It takes like, sometimes up to 3-4 minutes to create a very short video, a 5-second video. Because the more complex the creation is, the more time AI would need to create it. So this image is currently created. Now, while this image is creating, I want you to write a prompt. Let me go back here. Okay, I think it's almost there. Although I'm not seeing my black suits yet, but let me allow it to create and let's see what comes out of it. So I want you to create an image prompt for yourself. This is still coming up. Okay. You can see the black suit has come up now. Who does it look like? So it's still being created, but this picture you're seeing does not exist anywhere in the world. Can you see this? Completely AI generated, So our picture is ready. I'm going to download this so it's a bit clearer. Let me save it. All right, so I'm going to open it now. That is much clearer. Can you see this picture? Can you see what it looks like? So let me show you on my laptop so that the colors are still retained. Can you see this? Can you see it? Let me turn it this way. Can you see what it looks like? You can see it, right? Are you seeing this way? Have you seen it? So let me turn it back this way for those that haven't seen it in this other direction. So can you see what this looks like? So this is what the picture is looking like on my laptop. It's much clearer here, right? So you can see that it has the red tie, it has the suit that we wanted, and it has the person smiling and holding a peanut. So literally anybody here can create a picture of anything if you can describe that picture for AI. So now, as a classwork right now, I want you to go ahead and using these elements, you don't have to use all of them, but use at least two or more. Use at least 2 or more of them. Using these elements, I want you to come up with a prompt for the same thing you did a marketing strategy for, all right? The same thing you did a marketing strategy for yesterday. If it's a service business, come up with maybe a logo of the service. Maybe a logo, you can come up with a logo. Maybe you want it to be a text logo, or you want something in the logo, maybe an icon. Describe the icon. Just be as elaborate as possible, okay? I want you to come up with a prompt for a picture, an image, either for a product or anything at all. Let me see your prompts, come. Okay. You have it already? You can come off stage. Okay. You said what? Just read it out. Let me see what's there. Okay. All right. So you can read it out. Are you able to read it out? Read it or you can read it. Let me check.
Create an image of a realistic product design of a portrait of a woman wearing my well-beaded corset with a smiling face in an Instagram layout.
Okay, so she wants a picture of a woman wearing, let me see, no, bring it from, let me see. Wearing a, let me see. We have to create your prompt. So Wait, calm down with me. Let me see. Let me look at it. Should I bring someone else? Do you want to create? Let me see. Let me see the problem.
Let me go and correct it.
You want to go and correct it? Okay, let her go and correct that. Call back. Who wants to go? Let me have you answered my question before? Today? Okay, let me have someone else. Someone from. Let me have you come. Person at the back. Come. You've answered my question today. Are you sure? Today? Let me have one. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Image of a businessman in complete suit, about to give into an organization. Okay. And try this out. What did you create? What did you create yesterday? What program was that? I just got that. You can read it out, but don't take it there, but just read it out. Just read out what you did.
Create an image of a businessman in a complete suit about to give a grand tour into an organization selling food.
Okay, so he's talking about an image of a businessman in a suit about to give a grand tour into an organization selling food. So this related to the business he did yesterday. I want that when you're coming out, you can go and sit down, but I want that when you're coming out, the prompts that you're creating should be related to what you worked on yesterday. Do you remember what you worked on yesterday? You do, right? So, have you answered my question today? Let me have you come. So, is it related to what you did yesterday? Is it related to what you did yesterday? All right. Okay. I'll call you back. All right. You can sit down first. What's your name?
Create an image of a vibrant, professional-looking middle-aged lady sitting on a table drinking a cup of coffee with 2 packet samples of the coffee product named Energizing Goodness on the table.
Okay, let's try that out. Okay, so she wants to create a picture. We're going to try out this picture. So let's try out her image together. All right. Okay, so let's see this prompt. So the prompt is create an image of a vibrant, professional-looking middle-aged lady on a table drinking a cup of coffee with 2 packet samples of the coffee products named Energizing Goodness on the table. So this image is currently being created. It's interesting how AI creates images. It starts with a completely white canvas, and then literally begins to paint on that canvas little by little. So that image creation process is happening at this very moment. So it's creating the picture of, a lady that is drinking coffee, a cup of coffee. The name of the coffee is Energizing Goodness. Let's see how it comes up with that. On average, this takes, give or take, a minute or two. Now, you didn't specify if the lady is a Nigerian or American, so mostly they'll like to use a white lady. So if you specify that you want maybe a Nigerian person or a black person or an African person, they will give you that. Do you understand what's happening now? So the reason why they're doing this is because you didn't specify. The more you specify, the more the answer you will get. All right? So this is being created. I'll show you what it looks like on my laptop very soon. So it is still creating. It's adding some more details. Okay. Now let us open this up. Can you see this? I'm coming. Can you see energizing goodness on the table? So let me show you this, right? And I want you to take note of this. She said she wanted 2 packs of the coffee that is written energizing goodness on the table. So if you look at this, can you see that on the table there are 2 packs of coffee there? Can you see that? I'll show you very quickly. So can you see? So what's the name of the coffee? Let me ask you. What's the name of the coffee there? Energizing goodness. I see there. So it's written there. So it's written on it as a text, energizing goodness. So the 2 packs of coffee on the table is actually called energizing goodness. Each of them, if you can look at it very well, if you can see it. So this is how images are being created using AI. This is exactly how images are being created using AI. Let me check my time and see if I can take one more. Nah, I can't. Okay, so these are images that are being created using AI. Now, I know that you have image prompts already. As much as possible, if you can get to any of the tools I'll share with you, I understand we're supposed to end, I don't know, in a few minutes. But if you can get access to some of the tools I'll share with you, you can actually try out the prompts that you have written down using some of the AI tools I'll show you for image creation. But we have to move ahead so that we can cover video creation before we go. We have to move ahead because of time so we can cover video creation. So let's go to video content. This should be number 3, not number 2. Let me quickly correct that. So number 3 type of content is video content. So you can write that down, video content. Number 3, video content. Video content is content that is in visual motion form. Content that is in visual motion form. Content that is in visual motion form. And these are some examples. So, examples are Reels, TikToks. These are some examples of video content. Reels, TikToks, skits. Some of you have seen some comedy skits, right? On TikTok and the rest. So those are video content, video adverts, trailers of movies. Those are all video content. Different types of content. There are a number of videos. I was going to play one of these videos, probably this one from MTN's Instagram. So this, for example, is a video content. It's just a simple video content that was posted yesterday by MTN. But let me quickly show you the elements that you can use to create a video content for yourself. Okay, so These are the elements that you can use to create video content for yourself. I'll give you a little bit of time to write. So you can write down these elements that can be used to create a video content for yourself. So these are some elements. You can write, just write it down. I know you're writing, so write down the elements. We're about to create an AI video, so get ready. So there are about five elements here that we are going to use. Okay, so what's the first element there? First element is what? What does it mean? What's the second element? Second element is what? Scene or location. What does it mean? So the video that you're about to create, where does it happen? All right, where does it happen? That's the second one. The third one is what? The third element is what? Action. What does it mean? What is happening in the video? So for example, it can be that, oh, the character, which is maybe a student or a vendor or a teacher or an influencer, is in a classroom or field or school, and what the person is doing is that the person is eating or talking or dancing. That's an action. What's the fourth element there? Tone or emotion. What does it mean? What it feels like, right? For example, it can feel emotional, it can feel funny, any of them. What's the last element there? Sound or music. What does it mean? If you want to hear an audio, what should be playing? An example can be Afrobeat, calm piano, voiceover, or maybe what the person should be saying. You can specify that. Now, these are elements that you can use for video content creation. We're going to look at this practically. I want you to read out this example. So read it out. 1, 2, go. Now, a number of these things, I'm going to copy this, for example. I'm going to use a tool. Not every tool can generate video. So the tool I'll be using for this is a tool called Gemini, gemini.google.com. This is the tool. I'm going to activate the video mode here. And I'll paste that prompt. Let me remove some parts of the prompts. Remove the quick cut parts. Okay. modern secondary school in Nigeria. I can remove break time here. I'm just trying to reduce the prompt so it's faster. Okay, good. Now let's create this. Like I said, for video creation, it takes a little bit more time. All right. Generating your video, it can take 1 to 2 minutes. So it takes a little bit more time to generate a video than to generate any other type of content. So while this is generating, this is what I want you to do. I want you to come up with a prompt. If you want to create a video for what you've been doing, right? For like what you did yesterday. Oh, some of you have already come up with a prompt. Interesting. All right, so if you've not, I want you to come up with a prompt for a video that has these elements. It has a character, it has a scene or location, it has an action, it has a tone or emotion, it has sound or music or what you want the people to say. I want you to write it down in your notes first. And I know a number of you have written it down already. And let me see how our video is doing. The video is ready. So hold on, let me try and see if I can download this. So I'm going to send it. I need another way to make the transfer. Let me have the SD card of the camera. The camera's SD card. That has an SD card slot, right? So I'm trying to get audio for you so you can hear it. The laptop has an SD card slot, right? So we'll just directly use it. So I'm going to cue you on when to start playing, okay? All right, so let's also look at the video and also get like audio for it. Now I'm going to go on stage with my laptop, so this may be a brighter version. So let them pull it up from there. I'm trying to get the audio up. Let me know when you're ready for me. Are you ready? Okay, good. So I just wanted to see it also like on my laptop, so you can just look at this laptop if it's brighter for you. Hopefully it is. And I'll do a 3, 2, 1, and I'll play it. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and let us go. So this is it. Sorry, did you play it there? What's happening to the sound? Check Draken. So check sound settings. You see outputs. Outputs can be set manually. Can someone come and hold this for me? Come and hold this for me. Hold it for me. Make sure it doesn't fall. Very expensive. Just hold it for me, okay? Just hold it. Make sure it doesn't fall. Settings. Okay. Yeah. So can we test it? It's on, right? Okay. Let me try playing something. Oh, it's muted. Can we play something else? Is there any song or movie or something here? Movie. I'm not sure if we're having an issue with any of the. Is it downloads? Where's the movie? This one? Alright.
One.
Okay, we just.
All right. Do you talk?
Okay, that means it's not an issue from maybe it's the video. Let me try the video again. Probably the video came out without audio. Okay. Probably came out without audio. Okay. Probably come. Eh?
Unfresh is ready.
Unfresh.
Yeah. Fine.
That video is ready. Okay, you've seen the video, right? Okay, go there. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Let me have that. So we're having an issue with the audio of this particular video, but I'll just show you. I'll show you the video, then I'll show you another AI generated video. So this is what the video looks like. Let me just play it. So you can see this. Can you see this? So there's supposed to be an audio of them saying it's the best peanut in the world, right? So that's what the audio is supposed to say. But this is what the video looks like. Let me show you another AI generated video very quickly that has an audio. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over, and you will see this video. I'll do a countdown and I'll start playing it. Okay? Cuts, right? Okay, good. Okay, so I'll just play a little part of this because we're already rounding up. Time is up. Just a part of it. So let's play that. 1, 2, go, and let's play. Can we do that? What's happening? No audio? Okay, so we're just going to have to end because of time and because we're having an issue with the audio. Let me just give you a list of tools and we would be done. Time has really been fast spent. All right, so very quickly, AI tools, very quickly. AI tools. We have, you just take down this list. We have ChatGPT, Just focus on the names of the tools because of time. Just focus on the names of the tools. You can always check what is used for. Okay, so because of time, focus on the tool name. So the first one is ChatGPT. The second one is Claude. The third one is Gemini by Google. The fourth one is Meta AI. The fifth one is Google Image FX, Kling, and Perplexity. So these are the tools. I'll just leave this here as I conclude because I'm closing now. I'm going to leave this here as I conclude. Now, it's important that after you go through a class like this, teaching you how to create with AI, as much as possible, if you are able to maybe get in contact with a mobile device, a phone, either your own or that of your parents, you can go to any of these tools and actually try to create something for yourself. Try to create a text content, try to create an image content, a video content, try to create something using the elements that we have shared with you. So ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Meta AI, Google Image FX, Kling, Perplexity, and Gamma. Have you written this down? Perplexity, I can see some passive writing. Perplexity and Gamma. All right, so this is where we will be ending the session for today. This is where we'll be ending the session for today. As much as possible, try to practice, try to learn, and I look forward to seeing the amazing things that you will get to create. So you can go back and reflect on this, one thing you've learned, one thing you've created, and one thing you want to learn more about. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. If you created a prompt today, like if you answered one of my prompt questions, if I called you out for prompts, let me see you. Those that I called for prompts. Those that I called out, not from yesterday, today, the prompts today. Why people are not this much now? Like 4 or 5 people. You said? All right, so thank you so much. We will get to see some other time.